Oh, and mine's on jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And I just put an egg on top of a can of Coke, and now I'll never get to be a virgin. But do me a favor and hit that like button, or you suck at Mario Kart. And we just got a Cold Steel Cold 4. So this was a gift from Mad Yako. He is currently selling wax on his Instagram page. Reach out to him on Instagram to pick some of this stuff up. It's really good stuff. But he sent this in with the wax order. He's been waiting to send this to me for a while, and he finally got my address when I bought it from him. So without my consent, it got sent in the mail. But let's say thanks to him for making this possible. This is a very, very cool gift. Really cool. So let's take a look at what we're holding, because it'll bother you if I don't. And you know I'm too kind to you. So first things first, and most importantly, the pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry. It's reversible. We have got aluminum scales right here. We have got a thumb stud. Let's slow roll the thumb stud. Action's a little bit stiff on it. But we got 3.5 inches of S35 VN steel. There is nothing about this that does not make me happy. I'm going to be honest. I love me some cold steel, and this is some of the stuff that I love about cold steel. I love this kind of stuff from Cold Steel, and I love their crazy oversized pocket monsters. The Mayhem, the Luzon, the Frenzy. I am a Cold Steel fanboy. One day I'd love to design something for Cold Steel. I don't know what, but something. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, but I would love so much for Cold Steel to manufacture one of my designs. That's besides the besides. Yeah, I am looking forward to carrying this thing. Like, the aluminum on this feels really nice. As you can tell, it's really, really flat. It's going to be so comfortable in the pocket, I can already tell. The S35 VN, I likes me some S35 VN. I'm not in a hard enough use environment to need it, but it's nice to know I have it if it ever comes up. Now, normally, I don't like a lockback and a two-hand close, but I will make an exception for a triad lock every single time. I just think they're neat. Let's see if we can flick the stud. No, not on this. Oh, there we go. The handle's real thin, so it's hard to grip tightly enough to do a full flick off of the thumb stud, which is okay. Like, I don't mind slow rolling this. The thumb stud's in a great spot. It's optimized. The action is really smooth, even if it's a little bit stiff. A little bit on the stiff side, but really, really smooth. But your triad locks, the action is usually pretty stiff. You got to have a beefy blade and a thick handle to flick those things open. So yeah, like, this is right in line with Cold Steel. And this is why I like Cold Steel so much. Let's take a look at our factory edge, because he hadn't really carried it. He hadn't beat on it. We're still on the factory edge, so let's see what we got. Yeah. I love my Cold Steel factory edges, especially when they nail it like this. Yeah, y'all just saw that, right? Let's get that on here. Yeah, y'all see that? That is nice. That is nice. This is a fairly thin piece of blade stock, especially for a Cold Steel, so it's going to slice pretty well, I think. The grind on it's flat. I don't feel a hollow on this, so it's not a full flat. You know, you do have the flat right here going into the swedge. Hey, that's a $2 word, and I remembered it this time. But let's get the edge sharpness tester out. Let's take a look at this and get a number on it. And of course, this was provided by you guys through your channel memberships, your super chat donations, what have you. Thank you for that. I will always be grateful for the support. But the way this thing works, if you haven't seen it, is it measures the number of grams of force it takes to cut through the wire on this calibrated test clip. And of course, this thing gives you a ballpark number. You know, there's going to be some variance in it, but it gives you a good ballpark number, and it quantifies something that's otherwise very hard to quantify on camera. You know, just how sharp it is compared to other edges. So let's see what this thing is. A 150. The 150, I'm so happy to see that. All right, after the absolute donkeys we couldn't sharpen over the last few weeks here, I'm so happy to see a 150. So this is noticeably lower than a lot of other factory edges we've gotten. A lot of them are in the 175 range. This is on the better end. You know, like when I sharpen D2, and it's good D2, I'll get it around down to about 140, sometimes the 120s. That 150 is really, really good. This is why I love a good Cold Steel factory edge. Like, you can carry this for a while and not need to sharpen it. They gave it a nice fat bevel on here, which this is how I like sharpening them myself. So I've got an edge that I would normally put on here myself. Not as highly polished as I would do. It's a bit toothier of an edge, which is probably a good thing. I just like my super fine edges for cardboard and push cutting papers because that's all I do. Outside of videos, all I do is I break down cardboard, I'll push cut paper, and occasionally cut a strap off a pallet. So I'm really, really happy to see this thing. And, you know, this is the kind of thing that makes my whole damn day. This makes my whole day. This is what I love about cold steel. I will keep harping on that. And, you know, there are some cold steels that have been a profound disappointment. You know, there have been a couple, but generally speaking, the ones that I do have, I am absolutely in love with. I really am. So I can't think of a lot else to add about that. I wanted to give you my raw first impression handling this thing. I did unbox this on the live stream. If you're watching the live stream and something comes in, I'll unbox it on the live stream, so y'all will get to see it first. But this is my first impression sitting down and actually handling it instead of opening it on the live stream and just going cool and setting it off to the side. Very, very, very happy with this thing. Yako, thank you so much for this. I'm not sure why y'all keep spoiling me with over-the-top gifts like this. I'm one of those people that has a hard time receiving gifts, so, you know, I don't feel like I'm worthy of it, so thank you, even though I feel a little bit awkward. Thank you so much. So this is the Cold Steel Code 4. Let's say thank you to Yako for making this happen. Go check him out on Instagram and pick up some wax from him. This is good stuff. And yeah, all that being said, thanks for my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. I'll keep coming in. I appreciate you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do. There's live streams, regular videos. There's plenty of activities. Comments, I love some feedback. Let's just say thank you to Yako. This is amazing. As always, I will link up to Cutting Lace EDC's Diamond Emulsion. If you want to make it easier to get your knives sharp and maintain that edge, that's where you want to go. Not an affiliate link. I don't get paid, just supporting a friend of the channel and a small business. So, all that being said, y'all have a nice day.